Happy Vlogmas Day number 10. Okay, guys, today I wanted to take some time and ask the question. And my question is, we're in the 12th month of the year, a few days from being Christmas as well as the end of the year. And I guess my question is, have you forgiven people who have wronged you this year? And it's not to say you were right, they were wrong, you were right. However, you right, they wrong, you wrong, they right. But forgiveness is for you. It's for you, so that you can properly move on. And I know a lot of times people expect you, I will say it like this. People will treat you like trash, treat you like a doormat, walk all over you, treat you like crap, treat you inhumane, and expect you to always be there for them. But I want to say today, forgiveness is for you, because it's for me, it's for you, right? Because whenever you think of that person, you get angry or upset. That's not healthy, you know. You are giving them too much power over you. So I just want to sit here today, and be a little serious. I've been a little silly, but today I woke up and I was just thinking, you know what, guys? From January to December, all the people who you felt like have wronged you in any way, the people who have mistreated you, the people who took your kindness for weakness, or, your kindness for granted, or your, concern for them, or whatever. And those that you feel like, you know what, I'm just going to cut them off and keep it moving. But every time you hear their name or you see them, you get upset. I've been there. And one thing I can truly say, that is giving people too much power over you. Whenever I can just think of you or see you and get hot, I'm giving you too much power. So my Vlogmas today is strictly on forgiveness. In this holiday season, as you're approaching the end of the year, don't take old unforgiveness into 2022. Forgive those people. And guys, you know what? Sometimes you have to forgive people and not deal with them anymore. Sometimes you have to forgive them and move on. Sometimes you have to forgive them. Not saying forget what they done. Don't ever forget when a person has done you wrong. Don't ever forget that. Because at the end of the day, a snake is a snake is a snake. Do you understand what I'm saying? A dead snake, he's yet a snake. A slithering snake is yet a snake. A snake hiding is still a snake. You understand what I'm saying? Forgive these people who have wronged you and move on. Do it for yourself because you deserve it. But I always remember a snake is a snake is a snake all day. Because a lot of times, and I've been guilty, especially when I was younger, I just, I was raised to have concern for human people, for, humans, mankind. I was raised, me and my sisters was raised to care. And a lot of times people will take advantage because you have a caring heart, and they would try to use you because you have a caring heart. I'm one of those people, like you can't say you're hungry or your children are hungry, because if I have to move heaven and earth, I'm gonna make sure I feed you, feed your children. I'm just one of those people. I can't see people in distress and it not affect me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, even the crackhead on the street, he's human. She's human. We've all made mistakes. We've all fallen down. And I think a crackhead is just a person who have fallen down and just have not gotten back up. That's all it is. We've all fallen short, and I am the first one to say I don't never look down my nose at anyone, because the same way you look down your nose, someone can be looking down their nose at you, shortly thereafter. To me, there are no little U's and big eyes and little U's in life. I don't care if you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth. You're not better than me. You just came into this world in a better situation. That's all. We were both born naked. We were both born with 2 eyes, a nose, 2 ears, a mouth, 10 fingers, 10 toes. The only difference in a person who were born into privilege is that they were born in privilege. And I was born to working class parents. You know what I'm saying? No one is better than the next person. No one. No one. You're not more important than me because you have $1 million. My life is just as valuable as yours. I just feel like sometimes, we look through life in the wrong glasses. Can some of us, not some of us, can we all clean them? Can we all clean our dirty glasses and see people clearly as people? Forgive people. Forgive for yourself. Don't walk around angry and bitter, because that's affecting your health. Just know you will never put yourself in that situation again. Forgive and move on. Don't forget, but forgive and move on. If you tried to be friends with someone and they backstabbed you or whatever, guess what? Now you know what type of person they are. See, we can't change who people are. And unfortunately, some people are against snakes. That's the best word I can tell you guys. Because when I think about it, think about it. A frozen snake. When he thaw out, he's a snake. You know what I'm saying? Guys, I'm just saying, like, the best word to describe people when they are talking out both sides of their mouth. You know what I'm saying? Two-faced it. Or want to hurt. A lot of times hurt people. It depends, on the situation, the environment they came out of. And see, this is the one thing I try to tell people, when I'm having a discussion. If all you know is chaos and violence, peace is your enemy, because you don't know what peace is. You know chaos and violence and, dangerous situations. So when you walking and talking and breathing chaotic, and you run into somebody who's offering peace, that's foreign to you, and you don't understand, because what is peace? I never had peace. And you have to realize that when people are raised with, and they don't have values and they don't have morals, and they do whatever they want to do, right? And you look at people, because I know growing up as a child, I've seen people who, like, they didn't have to go to school, they didn't have to go in the house. It's like their parents didn't care. And when you're a child, you're like, man, I wish my mama was like that. But no. What I realized the older I got was my mom made us come in the house at a certain time out of, for one, because it's too late for children to be outside. Anything could happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a reason for everything. And guys, sometimes we don't get that until we have our own kids. And you like, you know what? Now that light switch flipped on, and you like, that's why my mom was the way she were. That's why my dad was the way he was, or whatever. So all I'm saying is, I learned at 47, I think, to meet people where they are. You don't have to lower your expectations, but sometimes you have to realize where they're coming from. Like I said, I'm no better than you. You're no better than me. If you were born into a rich family, you were born into a different environment. You were born into a better situation. However, you're not better than me, right? Because it's I don't know. I tell you guys, I think turning 50 is just, well, no, I think all my life I've always just been, I've always just thought about the next person. I've always just been kind and considerate. My mom taught me a long time ago, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything. And a lot of times they were like, why are you so quiet? And and I have to remind myself, because I really don't, what I have to say is not a good thing. So I mean, you learn. And it's a lot of things, guys. I want you guys to put this in my comments. Are there things in your life, like moments, that you strictly remember what your mom said or what your dad said? And it comes back to you, even if your mom and dad's passed. Like my mom and dad has passed on. But there are so many times in life, how I was raised and the things that they said to me, it comes back. And the one thing I know for sure, I don't know why I'm getting emotional. The one thing for sure is treat people with respect. Treat people how you want them to treat you. And always remember, we're human. Everybody is human. And if you don't have anything good to say, don't say anything. Sean's Journey out.